Have you ever caught yourself staring in the mirror, picking apart every perceived flaw, wishing you could see something different? What if I told you that the way you see yourself isn't just in your head, it's actually creating your reality? And more importantly, what if I told you that you could completely transform how the world sees you without changing a single thing about your appearance? Let me share something deeply personal with you. 3 years ago, I was sitting in a coffee shop, trying to hide behind my laptop screen. I'd catch glimpses of my reflection in the window and quickly look away. I hated everything about my appearance. My smile, my skin, even the way I moved. I was constantly seeking validation from others, jumping from relationship to relationship, hoping someone else's approval would finally make me feel worthy. But no matter how many compliments I received or how many people told me I was attractive, that feeling of not being enough stayed stuck like glue. You see, I was scrolling through Netflix one night when I stumbled upon this film called I Feel Pretty. Now, stay with me here, because what I learned from this romantic comedy completely transformed my understanding of self-image and reality. In the movie, Amy Schumer's character hits her head and wakes up believing she's the most beautiful person in the world. Nothing about her physical appearance actually changes, but her entire reality shifts because of how she sees herself. Here's where it gets fascinating. As I watched this character move through the world with unwavering confidence, something clicked. What if our reality isn't shaping our self-image, but our self-image is shaping our reality? This isn't just some feel-good concept, it's actually backed by scientific research on neuroplasticity and the way our beliefs shape our perception of reality. Think about it. When you believe you're not enough, what happens? You shrink, you apologize for existing, you seek validation from others, your shoulders slump, your voice gets quieter, you take up less space. And guess what? The world responds exactly as you expect it to. It's like we're all walking around with invisible signs displaying our deepest beliefs about ourselves, and people are simply reading and reflecting those signs back to us. Let me take you back to my own journey. Remember that coffee shop I mentioned? Well, I started an experiment. Every morning I would look in the mirror and say 3 things I loved about myself. At first it felt ridiculous. I felt like a fraud. My voice would shake, and sometimes I'd even laugh nervously. But I kept at it. The first week was brutal. My mind would automatically counter every positive statement with 10 negative ones. I love my smile would immediately be followed by my inner critic listing all the things wrong with my teeth. But here's what most people don't understand about transformation. The resistance is actually a sign that you're pushing against old programming. It's like trying to reprogram a computer that's been running the same software for decades. By week 3, something interesting started happening. I noticed small shifts in how people responded to me. The barista who never noticed me suddenly started remembering my order. People began making more eye contact. Conversations flowed easier, but the real breakthrough came during a team meeting at work. I was presenting an idea, and for the first time, I wasn't thinking about how I looked or sounded. I was fully present, fully engaged. After the meeting, my colleague said something that stopped me in my tracks. "You seem different lately. There's this glow about you." Nothing about my physical appearance had changed. The only thing that shifted was the lens through which I viewed myself. This is where the science gets interesting. Research shows that our brains can't actually distinguish between what's real and what we deeply believe to be true. When you change your self-image, you literally change the neural pathways in your brain. Your posture changes, your voice modulation shifts, your facial expressions become more open and engaging. These subtle changes then influence how others perceive and respond to you. So, how do we actually make this shift? Let me share 4 powerful practices that transformed my relationship with myself. First, there's mirror work. Yes, it feels awkward at first, but that's exactly why it's so powerful. Stand in front of a mirror every morning. Look into your own eyes and speak to yourself with love. Start with simple phrases like, "I accept you," or "You are worthy." Let the discomfort be there. It's part of the process. Do this for at least 5 minutes every day. No exceptions. Second, practice what I call energy awareness. Throughout your day, notice how you carry yourself when you feel insecure versus confident. Pay attention to your posture, your breathing, your voice. Then consciously choose to embody the energy of someone who loves themselves deeply. Stand taller, speak clearer, move with intention. Third, now, and this might surprise you, learn to appreciate your natural essence. This isn't just about appearance, it's about recognizing your unique energy, your natural scent, the way you move through space. Start paying attention to the subtle things that make you uniquely you. Maybe it's the way your eyes crinkle when you laugh, or the particular way you gesture when you're excited. Fourth, practice what I call reality testing. When you catch yourself thinking negative thoughts about your appearance, ask yourself, is this actually true, or is this just my old programming? Start collecting evidence that contradicts your negative self-image. Keep a journal of compliments you receive, moments when you felt confident, times when you made a positive impact on others. Now, let me share something that took my transformation to the next level. Understanding and working with energy. Our bodies are literally made of energy, and when we're constantly focused on our perceived flaws, we're directing that energy into creating more experiences that confirm those beliefs. I started practicing energy transmutation, taking the energy I usually spent criticizing myself and channeling it into creative projects, exercise, meditation, and self-improvement. This isn't just about thinking positive, it's about literally redirecting your life force energy into activities that enhance your vitality and presence. Here's what I want you to do right after this video. Go stand in front of a mirror, look at yourself, really look at yourself, and instead of focusing on what you want to change, find one thing you can appreciate, just one thing. That's where it starts. Then come back to the comments and share what you discovered. Your share might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. The journey of self-love isn't always easy, but it's worth every step. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.